I just realized that my audio wasn't on. I'm just chatting away, saying all sorts of stuff. I'm like, why is everyone just standing there? All right, grab a band. We'll start nice and easy. We got 20 pull aparts. Just grab your lightest band, stretching it out. Getting about 20. I'm going to continue to fine tune my settings here so I can actually see everyone and do everything. From there, we're going to get some dislocates. Nice easy passes with the shoulders, trying to keep the elbows locked out. Getting about 10 of those. Then whenever you're ready, stepping aside, we got band shoulder tees, raising up, tapping the shoulders, and coming back. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 10. I have a very light band, so not that big of a deal. If your band has a little more tension, maybe you get 5. All right, it's a party now. I got a full 9x9 or 3x3 screen. Let's get curls, stepping inside, get some nice easy curls. Just squeezing the biceps, getting a little blood flow. And what you're going to do from there is just curl yourself all the way up and over, and then get extensions. So just raising my hands to the ceiling. Get about 20. And from there, you can go ahead, drop the band. And we've got hand walks from there. I'm going to place my hands down to the ground, walk it out nice and far, get further than you push up as far as you can. Follow up on those tippy toes, trying to keep the knees locked out. Go as far as you can. Push it a little extra, and then walk the hands back. And walk the hands to the feet. We got 2 total passes. Walk it out, get nice and long. And whenever you're ready, we got arm series. Give yourself a big hug. Nice and loose. We got 10. Straight up and down. And then double 90 degrees, 1 up, 1 down. And from there, we're going to get 3 J curls, tuck the chin, roll down, let the arms dangle. Roll back up, take your time. Each rep should take a minimum of 5 seconds, if not longer. Get some good traction across the spine, a little bit of length. And then once you're all done there, we're going to build that tension back in. Hands go behind the head, finding feet just very neutral, very hip width. And good mornings for 5, pushing the butt back, maintaining my nice flat back position. I'm just going to check out, see how everyone's going. You want to think keeping the chin away from the chest, even looking up slightly. We don't want to crank back on the neck, but giving just a bit of tension, a slight bow. Make sure everything's all lined up. Cool. Guys are looking pretty good. From there, let's go nice and wide. We got sunrise, good mornings. And we'll go 3 each way, big circles in that wide stance. Drag the hands across the ground, reach up nice and tall. And from there, we're going to go back to that light band. You can actually go medium because it's still going to be pretty easy. I'm going to grab my red band, my medium band, and give it a little twist across the middle there. Flip it across the back. It's going to help it stay in place a bit. And we've got some very light band flies going for 30. Squeezing the hands together, a little blood flow to the chest. We've got quite a bit of push-ups. We're going to make them as challenging as possible. So just getting some blood flow going. Big set, going for 30. We got 30 or thereabouts. You can go ahead and ditch the band. From there, we're going to go into a 1-minute plank, nothing fancy. I'll talk about some basics as we head into it, but basically for now, just find some space on the ground. We'll go into a plank. I'll talk it out. So we'll start that plank. We're going for a whole minute in 2, 1, and pop into your plank position. So first things first, I want to make sure we're just squeezing the butt. No matter what happens, I'm squeezing the butt. That's going to protect my low back. From there, I'm thinking belly away from the floor. So if my belly drags to the floor, my butt goes up, no good. I want my butt to go down, hide my belly button into my rib cage. And then from there, just giving yourself a good global squeeze so everything's tight. I'm even making fists. My shoulders are engaged. My quads are locked out. Squeeze my butt nice and tight, hiding my belly button. And we've got 15 more seconds. And 2, 1, relax. All right. Let's talk about our movements. So first movement is a push-up. Let's start with 5 push-ups. Very simple. You do you. You could use a trainer, you could use your knees, you could go on the ground. Just getting 5 push-ups. So from there, I want you to make them dramatically easier. Okay, so best, easiest way to do that is to hop into your trainer, hang out nice and high, like I'm almost standing, and I'm going to get 10. Should be a piece of cake to get 10 in a row. We're not trying to be a hero here and just do 10 regular push-ups. Anyway, this is going to become very important, especially as we get into some higher volume. Make them easy, piece of cake, we got 10. And once you got 10, just check everyone out, see what they got going on. Go ahead and relax. So we've got sort of like our baseline push-up. We've got easy push-up. Let's go for a harder push-up. So any way you make it harder is good. That might be your regular 5 push-ups from before, and you're just going a little bit deeper. It might be that you come off the knees and go onto the toes. It might be that you add a band similar to what we had before. And we're going for a set of 6. You're trying to make these hard push-ups, as hard as you can manage, essentially, while still maintaining your positions, okay? So I'm gonna have my band in for my push-ups. I just wanna see what everyone is getting up to. So go ahead and knock out your 6. Trying to still maintain all of our standards, so I'm still getting good depth, maintaining my hip position. If you're kind of in between, you can always slow them down to make it a little more challenging. And of course, there's that band, which is going to make that lockout extra spicy. Okay, so we're going to get ascending sets of push-ups. Our first set is 6. We're going to get add a little more, add a little more. And so the idea is we're starting in this very difficult position and then ending in something a little lighter. Okay, let's take a look at our next thing. If you've got PVC pipe, fantastic. If you don't, totally fine. We'll talk about that. So if you're in PVC pipe, boom, I'm just standing inside and I'm going to get curls, okay? If you don't have PVC pipe, you can adapt that with a broomstick or whatever, or you can detach your handles and go into, oops, I gotta bring those with me. Well, you can detach your handles and be here, and I would have my handles attached. I forgot to bring the clips with me, of course. I need to do that. And you can get curls. One way or another, we're getting some standing banded curls, and we're getting a set of 20. So you do you. Hopefully one of those two options makes sense. I'm going to do mine while I'm looking at what everyone's got going on. And Mike, if you have dumbbells available, that's fantastic. You can even add a band to this. A big part of what we use with the bands is accommodating resistance. So you could slide the bands around the dumbbell handles. It might make it excruciatingly difficult, but only one way to find out. And so as I go up with dumbbells or a barbell, it gets easier. With a band, it gets harder. Oh, we're getting 20. Looks like everyone's got a pretty good strategy. Keeping the elbows tucked in nice and tight. Isolating those biceps. Yeah, don't sweat it, Mike. You'll find a strategy as time goes on. For now, dumbbells totally fine. Perhaps that orange band or that lighter band or the lightest band, a dab will do you. It doesn't take much. Okay, we got our set of 20 curls or thereabouts. Let everyone just kind of get to the same page. And from there, we're going to grab whatever our skinniest band is, yellow, orange, whatever the case may be. I'm going to loop it up 3 times to make a little donut. So just folding over itself 3 times. Now, right off the bat, if you've never done this before, it can be a little bit intense. We're going for a 45-second wall sit with the band. So go ahead and throw it around your knees, like so. So I've got some tension there. And we're going to sink into a wall sit here in 15 seconds. So getting the bands around the feet is going to be just underneath your knees, kind of around the top of your calves. And I'm settling into 1 and settle in. Feet are flat. Knees are out. I want to have a lot of resistance here, which turns on the glutes. You can give yourself the old glute check. Tap the glutes. They should be nice and firm. Quads are tight. Hands are off the hips as much as possible. We don't want any contributing factors. And we're just hanging out. Mike, think of getting some width. So replicate your squat stance. Shimmy those feet out as much as you can. Try and widen out the knees. It can be some good glute activation. Once you're there, think of just squeezing the knees out as much as possible. If the band's too aggressive, that's totally fine. A wall sit by itself can be perfectly challenging. And relax. Okay. So we've got our 3 movements. We're just going to cycle through. We've got about 4 sets of each one. 5 sets of the first one. And then we'll get into some conditioning. Okay, so we're back to our push-ups. Our next set is 10. So make a decision for yourself. Maybe you try and hang with the configuration you had for 6, and that still works. Cool. You might ease it up just a little bit because you're right on the cusp on that set of 10 or a set of 6. One way or another, you're getting a challenging set of 10. Deep angle on the trainer, nice deep push up on the toes, adding in a band. Let's crank them out. And from there, I suppose you can just hang on to your band. Again, make a decision for yourself about your curls. Do you need a little more band? Going from orange to red. Less band. You can widen the feet to give yourself overall more resistance. You can narrow the band to give overall less resistance. You're tinkering with these adjustments to find something that works for you. We got 20 curls. Just a little factoid I love to share about the bands in case you are newer to the program. I hadn't touched a barbell in about a year. Did only band work, did precisely this program, this kind of stuff, a lot of body weight with band assisted stuff. I was able to maintain about 95% of my best ever bench press, which, I'm not some like elite bench presser, but something I do okay. No barbells, just bands. Bands are incredibly effective at maintaining muscle strength. Depending on where you're at, building it as well. Once you got 20, whew, relax. There's my band. Okay. We've got another 45-second wall sit. So band accordingly. Band is not mandatory for this, by the by. So position above all else, duration before this outside load. And we'll get going here in 5 seconds. Find your feet, find your wall. And we're going into 2, 1, and settle in. There we go, Mike. Looking good. That's what you want. As you get better and better with this, your goal is to continue to sink deeper, to reduce more and more tension across your knees. And so you're basically kind of peaked out. You can only get so wide, but those last couple of degrees can be very challenging. And then, of course, there's always duration. You can always go a little longer, which is what we're going to do, build these sets up over time. And 2, 1, relax. Okay, back to the beginning. Push-ups. We're now up to 14. So a little fatigue is set in. Get a little pumped up in the chest. So perfectly appropriate time to scale it back a little bit. Maybe you go back to that original baseline push-up and see if you can hang on for 14. Or you're going into a slightly easier domain. Maybe you drop the knees. Maybe you go into the trainer. Whatever it is, still maintaining your standards. Good depth, range of motion, good lockout up top, tight midline. Oh man, that band gets very humbling. Okay. All right. Curls. I feel like everyone's got a pretty good strat at this point. Try to get 20 good squeezes. As you fatigue, narrowing those band configurations. The band goes closer together up top. where you have less foot width. You can even put, I've got just 1 foot in, totally fine. Don't want to sacrifice range of motion. Don't want to start leaning back. That would all be no good. Trying to get every last little bit of juice out of the biceps. Activate all those dormant fibers. Oh, oh man. Woo. Getting pumped up. Okay, what are we at? Set 3? End of set 3. Okay, we'll get this wall sit. Just a moment. After I grab a quick sip. Okay, wall sit coming up in 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Here we go. Settle in. Hopefully you found a good groove, some good stability. Now you're just trying to hang out battle fatigue. Fifteen seconds. Two, 1, and relax. Okay, that is 3 times through. We're going to go a 4th time through and then finish with a final 5th set of push-ups. Okay, we're now at 18 push-ups. Getting up in there in some spicy territory. So again, don't be a hero. All we're trying to do is get some good squeezes across the chest. Trainer, knees, it's all good. Depth, range of motion, position, fire up that chest. Good times. Chances are you got a rip-roaring chest pump going by now, which is good. That's what we're after. On to our curls. Final set of curls, so whatever you have left in the gas tank. I'm going to narrow my band up just a little bit. A hair less resistance. Didn't quite have 20 in me. I have to go down. Oh, well, that's the last one. Won't be going any down resistance. That's it. Get your 20, guys. And we'll get this final wall sit, and then we're going to tackle one final set of push-ups. All right, wall sit going in about 15 seconds. Where are we here? Okay. And heading into it in 2, 1, and there we go. Final one, settle in, everything's on point. Actively pushing yourself into the wall, driving those knees out. Settle in, squeeze. Last one. Ten seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Okay, final set of push-ups. 22. Hunkering down for one last set. Chest is going to be fired up. Find an angle that makes sense. Depth, range of motion, position, squeeze, and repeat. Oh, God. All right. Take a quick break. Hang out for a moment. We'll talk about our gear, our moves. We'll just let all that cool down because we do have some burpees, spoiler alert, coming up. I want to give that chest just a slight moment to get back to baseline. Okay, first things first, let's gather up a bit of equipment. You will need your sandbag. If you don't have a sandbag, kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, dumbbell is totally fine. We'll talk about how any or all of the above can work. And you will need, what else? Oh, that's it. Cool. Okay, let's talk movements. Burpees. Okay, I see everyone get one burpee. I'm getting all the way down, chest flat to the ground, and come back up, jump and clap. No need for it to be a strict push-up. The primary importance is range of motion. This is a range of motion, get tired activity, all the way down flat, come back up and jump, okay? It's movement 1. We'll talk about reps and times and all that stuff in a second. Next is air squat jumps. Let's actually do a very brief lower body warm-up since we haven't really sunk in there. Let's get some baby makers. Driving the knees out, elevating the hips, flatten up the back. Just making some space. And then lower the hips, elevate the shoulders. We got prayer squat. Using the elbows to actively drive your knees out. Trying to keep a nice upright posture. Straight, flat back, flat feet. And squat out of it. Let's go. Knee hug, quad stretch. 5 seconds each side. Just give it a good pull and squeeze. Same thing. Pull and squeeze. About 5 seconds. Pull, squeeze. Pull, squeeze. Okay. And from there, let's get 5 bodyweight squats. I haven't seen some of y'all squats, so just Taking it in for a moment. You do you, your normal go-to squats. Oh, we got good squatters. Cool. All right. From there, we're going to add a layer, squat jumps. So I squat all the way down, I accelerate, and I leave the ground. Let's get 3 squat jumps. That will be the official movement. Now, as you go through this and legs poop out, it's totally fine. You can grab your trainer, lean into this a little bit, and that can provide a way for you to continue squat jumps. So it's just something to have in the back of your mind. So our first section is 4 minutes, 6 burpees, 10 air squat jumps. Boom, 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 back and forth, okay? You're thinking fairly rapid fire because after that you get 30 seconds rest and then a side plank each side. So let's hop into a quick side plank, just 5 seconds. I've got my feet posted up, elbow. If that is too much tension, you can always drop to the knee, bend, and then post up, just kind of like half leg style, totally fine. Either is fine. Let's give 5 seconds each side. Just post, head to the other side. Again, just seeing how everyone's managing it. Side plank. So that'll be kind of like active rest, if you will. You're gonna be working, but you're not gonna be doing jumps and burpees and stuff like that. From there, another 30 seconds rest. So a decent amount of rest built in, which implies these little 4-minute sections. You're getting some, you're attacking it. From there, we're getting 6 burpees, regular burpees, and thrusters. So if I've got a bag, my thruster is front rack, squat, and elevate. So go ahead and knock out 3 thrusters. If you've got a kettlebell, you're going to be in this goblet position, like so, elbows down, holding it narrow. And the same thing, squat and elevate, squat and elevate. You could do the same thing with a dumbbell, but if you've got a dumbbell, I would actually hold it in just one hand. And so you're going to be doing kind of a lopsided version of it, which is totally fine. Oh, Mike, you got a kettlebell. So fantastic. Okay, cool. So burpees and thrusters, 4 minutes, same thing, 30 seconds rest. Side plank, 30 seconds rest. And then our final section is 7 minutes, 4 burpees, 12 squat jumps, 4 burpees, 12 thrusters. Don't worry about memorizing that. We'll all be in the same space, same time. I'll keep you posted where we're at, what we're doing next. Okay. So take 30 seconds, clear up your space, anything you don't need. Make sure you got ample room to do whatever. I'm going to do both bag and kettlebell thrusters just so I can talk about both. And that's it. I think we're good. All right, guys, we're going in 15 seconds. And starting with 6 burpees and 10 air squat jumps, going in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Relatively short time overall. It's only 4 minutes. So trying to crank away. You're working towards a little rest. And follow that up with 10 air squat jumps. Squat, jump, squat, jump. Trying to get a little hang time. As those poop out, the trainer is there for you. Back to your burpees. We got 6 and 10. Is the name of the game. We're about 1 minute in. Woo! Yeah, it gets pretty spicy pretty quickly, but there will be just enough downtime to recover. So try and hang with it as best you can. And we are 2 minutes in, halfway there. Woo. Looking good, guys. Find a way to keep it moving. Doesn't have to be fast. Just finding a rhythm. Commit to your next rep. Do it a little bit before you want to. Whee! All right. 3 minutes in. Oh man. Legs are fired up. "15 seconds. Sneak in a couple more reps. Got rest coming up. And 2, 1, rest. Woo. 30 seconds goes by quick. So trying to walk it off. If you can, get into nasal breathing. As quickly as you can. We're heading to those planks in 5 seconds. 2, 1, find your plank. Ignore me on this side. I got a weird elbow thing. You're doing you. Just hang out in that normal side plank position. Trying to stay tight. Still a good opportunity to recover, get that nasal breath. Okay, it won't be any turnaround time. You're just trying to get to it as quickly as possible, just so I can keep my clock in order. I don't lose track of where we're at. And in 2, 1, drop and switch. Trying to make a seamless transition. Get to the other side. We got another 45 seconds. Another 30 seconds rest after this. $15. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, 30 seconds rest. Goes by quick, just enough time. Take a couple of paces. Get some wind back. Grab a quick sip. We're on to 15, our next sequence. Burpees, still 6. Thrusters, going for 10. 2, 1, there we go. We're back to another 4 minutes. We got 6 burpees. I know, not a lot of recovery time, but doing your best to pick up that same clip from before. Whatever you do, try and find a pace. Nice and consistent. Grab your bag, grab your kettlebell. If you got a kettlebell, elbows stay down, nice deep squat, up overhead, and repeat. Hold those legs. Feel it already. Okay, 1 minute in. 3 to go. Bag this time. You got your bag. Trying to keep the elbows a bit higher. Find that front rack. Oh, man. Definitely a little slower this time around. "90 seconds. Home stretch. All right, guys. 1 minute to go. Hang in there. Got our same rest, plank, rest configuration coming up. Ah, goodness. Where are we at? 30 seconds. Hang in there. Try and finish whatever set you're on. Get those last couple burpees, those last couple thrusters. Ten seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. 30 seconds. Goes by quick. Trying to walk it off. Nasal breathing. Side planks coming up. It's quick. 2, 1, and side plank. Hang in there, guys. Get these planks, a little bit of rest, and then one final 7-minute sequence. Ten seconds. Quick turnaround in 3, 2, 1. Drop, flip, and you're popping up as quickly as you can. Another 45. Guys looking good, looking strong with those side planks. Everything's tight. Shoulders are square. Hips are tight. Squeeze the butt. Trying to have a straight line from your elbow through both shoulders, straight up to the ceiling. 15 seconds. 30 seconds rest coming up. 2, 1, and drop. 30 seconds rest. Just in the nick of time. I didn't have any more side plank left. Okay, one final sequence coming up. 7 minutes. 4 burpees, 12 squat jumps, 4 burpees, 12 bag thrusters. A little bit of everything, a little bit more of everything. Okay, we're going in 2, 1. Here we go. 4 burpees. Hang in there, guys. Home stretch. Last sequence. Trying to get it. Whatever you have left. Just take it 1 rep at a time. Let those minutes fly by. 12 squat jumps. Four burpees. And 12 thrusters with the bag or kettlebell. Nice deep squats. Throw that object up overhead. All right. All right. Back to the beginning. I don't know where we began. I think we're 2 minutes in. 5 minutes to go. Oh boy. All right. If you need to change it up, you can always change squat jump for a regular squat. Change your thruster for a squat jump and the trainer. Whatever you do, find a way to keep it moving. You got options. Oh man. You could trim a rep or 2 off. Just trying to keep it moving. 3.5 minutes to go. Almost there. Oh, goodness. Final 3 minutes. Hang in there, guys. Find your pace. Commit to a rep. Nice work, Josh. Way to go. Way to keep it nice and steady. Well done, Mike. Nice deep squats. Finding a good rhythm. Nice work, Gail. Nice work, Ann. I like your transitions. Grab and go. Well done. All right. Home stretch, guys. A minute to go. We go, Janet. We go, Val. Find a way, guys. Keep it moving. Just a couple more reps. Here we go, John. Fight through it. Find those squats. Oh, 30 seconds. Dig deep, guys. Get some reps. Short time, 15 seconds. Don't stop moving. This is where it counts. Moving when you don't want to. Couple more reps. All the way to the end. And time. Hi, hi, hi. All right, guys. Take a seat. We got a couple minutes. We'll stretch it out as soon as you can. Seated straddle. Nasal breathing. Try and promote that recovery. Try and control your breath. Slow it down. Inhale deeply. Getting comfortable with a little carbon dioxide buildup. Pick side, grab and reach. You can get an arm up and over by all means. Just settling to one side. Settle to the other side. Up and over if you can. down the middle. Try to relax into it. And from there, I'm going to bring my feet back towards the hips. Hands go behind. Palms are flat, fingertips straight back. I'm going to scooch my hips forward until I get a stretch across the shoulders and chest. Quite a bit of shoulders and chest today. Trying to peel those shoulder blades back. Scoot the hips forward. And from there, just go ahead and relax. You guys are all done. Woo! No better way to start a Friday morning, in my opinion. Oh God, I'm soaked. Well done, everybody. Way to put in some good work. Outstanding job. Nice to see some of y'all for the first time in class. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you all next time.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you, Mike. Take care.